new and aspiring coach, sometimes it can feel extremely overwhelming to determine how you can get your zone of genius and your passion out into the world. There are so many different options for routes you can take, decisions you can make, the way you can present your material. But needless to say, you don't have to let it overwhelm you anymore. In today's video, I'm going to share 3 different containers that every coach needs in order to increase their income as well as their impact. The first route and first option you have as a new coach is the most tried and true method, which is one-on-one coaching. Now, one-on-one coaching is an awesome way to begin because not only do you get to know your audience, you get to go in depth with them, understand their biggest pain points, and understand the journey that you would take them through to be able to support them the best. You get amazing tools to create wonderful and engaging market research and content for social media to draw people into you. You also get to connect with people on a deeper level. The one caveat to one-on-one is that there's only one of you. So when you think in the long run, if you really want to scale your business, it can be close to impossible to do with one-on-one. There was a point where I had 10 one-on-one clients, and needless to say, I was exhausted because not only was I meeting with them for an hour a week, I was creating content to give to them. I was repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and quickly got to the burnout point. And you never ever want that as a coach. Now, don't get me wrong, one-on-one is a great place to start, but then we'll talk about the next 2 containers that you can use and advance to as you desire to grow and scale your business. The second option you have when you're scaling and growing your business and wanting to increase your income and your impact is to create an online course. Now, if you've done one-on-one before, you already know the journey and the path that you take your audience through. And so when you create a course, you just use the method that you got from your one-on-one coaching. What is the first step that you walk them through? What is the second one? What is the third? What is the fourth? And when you create this content, while it's a heavy lift in the beginning, once you create the course, it's done, right? You can go in and adjust and edit things as you see fit, but you can continuously sell that course over and over and over again. And even though there's one of you, you could sell 1 million different versions of your course and increase your income, but never ever have to adjust your time to match that. One of the best parts about courses is that you don't have to keep repeating yourself over and over again. You create the videos, you create the modules, you create the workbooks, and then unless you're editing it, you're pretty much done, and you can again continue to resell it. For me, when I started off as a book writing coach, I walked people through the journey of writing their book one-on-one, and it was amazing. I had so much fun with it. But much like I mentioned, there was only one of me, and I was starting to wear really thin because I was being pulled in so many different directions. I was working a full-time job, raising 2 kids, having all these clients. I actually was getting my doctorate full-time, and so I was exhausted. When I decided to create a course, it took me weeks to get it off the ground, and I had to make some adjustments and edits, but once it was done, I have been able to sell that thing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And it's amazing because I'm not repeating myself, but I'm still impacting people by taking them through that same journey. Now that brings us to the third container that every new coach needs to build into their business model, which is group coaching. And I like to think of group coaching almost like a hybrid model between a one-on-one as well as a course. And the reason that I say that is because you're creating a group atmosphere, a community, so to speak, where people have the opportunity to really engage. They feed off of other people's learning experience, off of other people's growth, and they create this community feel and this sense of security. They feel held, they feel heard, they feel supported, and they have the tools to be accountable to what it is that they desire to accomplish. So those are the various reasons people buy into group coaching programs, because of that community feel, because of that support. But group coaching programs can look really different based on how you want to structure your business model. You can have a live component where you have a course that people are going through, but then they have live calls. It could be that you have a course that they go through and then they have one-on-one calls with you, plus they also have a group, an online support group. For me, the way that I run group coaching programs is I have modules in which my clients can go through. They have the options to do one-on-one, and then we always do group calls. There'll be a group lesson as well as a group Q&A. And this again creates that community feel so that everyone's holding them accountable. Everyone's like, kind of pulling each other up so that they're all encouraging and motivating each other to move in the direction of what they committed to by joining in the first place. With group coaching, the premise is to find a topic and move everybody through that topic together. right? So if you're going to do group coaching around budgeting, you need to move everyone through the budgeting process together. If you're going to do a group coaching program around healing after divorce, you need to move everyone through that process together. Or creating a business, what are the steps that they need to take to create a business? Remember, it's a group feel, a group atmosphere, and you're supporting and moving everybody together. The neat thing about the group coaching program, again, is it's scalable because you only need one of you, especially if you're not adding a one-on-one component. Just because there's one of you, you could have 100 people in your Q&A call or in your lesson call or going through the portal or in the Facebook group or however you set it up. And you can still teach the same material, whether there's 5 people, 50 people, or 500 people. All in all, as you're moving into growing or launching your coaching business, you want to be considering all of these different dynamics. How do you want to show up? What do you want to offer? One thing that I like to say is I like to have multiple offers for my audience because then I can meet people where they're at. If they really need one-on-one, that's available. If they really need a group dynamic and a group feel for that extra accountability, that's available too. If they really just kind of like a self-study course that they can do at their own time, on their own leisure, when they can create a schedule around it, that's available. And having that whole layout for your audience creates many different containers in which people can work with you, expands your brand, increases your impact, and increases your income. As you continue to expand your business, you may decide that you want to make some shifts. Maybe you no longer want to include one-on-ones anymore unless they're in a group coaching program or in a course with you. Maybe you don't want to include one-on-ones at all. Or maybe you only want to do one-on-ones until you can really hone in and narrow down how you want to show up in a group coaching program dynamic. Either way, these are important things to think about as you're continuing to get your coaching business off the ground. If you're looking for more tools, more strategies, and more support at increasing your magnetism and your success, I have just the thing for you. If you use the link below, you can get my totally free Get Your Next Paying Client Now, where I walk you through the process of increasing that magnetism naturally, organically, easily, and effortlessly so that you can attract your dream clients and begin to increase your income and your impact. So use the link below, get access to your bundle now, and I look forward to seeing you there.